What is a frog's favorite pen and paper game? Tic-tac-toad. Welcome to the stream. Happy Monday, my friends. Thank you very much for being here tonight. As always, I am tremendously happy to be here with you. I hope that you are doing well and that your week has gotten off to a great start. And here we go. Chozo Brain is first in chat tonight. We'll give an honorable mention as well to Sparrow the Dragoon, who was technically here before the stream started. First message after we go live goes to Chozo Brain, though. Good to have you here, both of you. Thank you very much, my friends. I hope that you are well. And we've also got Lucent Jelly and Loyal to Soil here tonight. Loyal says, how's your night going, buddy? Stoked to see you on. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Had a little bit of trouble getting up after my nap. I was in one of those, like, sort of states where it's like, I don't know, like where you're sort of trapped between being awake and being asleep, and like you nod off and have dreams, but the dreams that you have are about getting up and getting out of bed, so you're not really sure what you did. Don't know what's real and what's not. Welcome to the stream, Juanito. I need you to speak English in my chat for me, though, please. The stream is tagged with English. It's the only language I got, so I need you to stick to that here, please. We're happy to have you, though. Massive stream. We'll see, Chozo Brain. We'll see how it turns out. And you were first tonight. Hats off to you. So we're gonna play Battletoads. This is the never-ending first playthrough of Battletoads. I've been working on this for we're getting close to 3 weeks here. Still haven't made it to the credits. I've had some really good runs. I've made it up to stage 11. And I've had some of my runs, my up to stage 10 runs, go incredibly smoothly. But the victory still eludes me. Ooh, just a moment, my friends. Alright, I've got delivery number 1. I lost my train of thought. Battletoads first. We'll make probably 2 runs of this, and Minish Cap in the second part of the stream. Minish Cap, I'm leaning towards, I think we're at the last dungeon. I'm leaning toward trying to get that dungeon finished. I'll probably start off with a little bit of sort of side questy stuff, picking up some figurines and whatnot. But I think my goal is the last dungeon tonight, and then if we want to do one more night after that for cleanup to get a little bit closer to 100%, we'll leave that flexible. The schedule, I didn't fill in the later half of the week really on the schedule because I want to see how tonight and tomorrow go. Before I decide what we fill in the rest of the week with. The dreaded Toads. I love this game so much, Loyal says. Well, how about we jump into it? So, like I said, stage 11's the furthest I've made it. I've only been there twice. But I've had several really good runs where I've made it up to or past stage 10 on a single credit. That is by no means guaranteed, though. Hey, Derek Ocean, welcome in. Playing some Switch tonight. Enjoying the Game Boy games on there so far. Right on. I haven't even checked that out yet. I certainly should take a look. I do like the Game Boy. We play an awful lot of Game Boy on the stream, it seems. Yeah, Minish Cap is good. I've really been enjoying my playthrough of it. No. One up. Two up. Except one of them I lost. That's so bogus. This is complete and utter nonsense. That bird wasn't even high enough to reach my line. I was trying to remember if I did anything interesting over the weekend worth sharing, and unfortunately, I don't think that's the case. I stayed around the house, and I spent a lot of time sitting in front of the computer. Working on getting the stream archive updated. Playing Metroid 2 on the Game Boy? Yeah, I haven't gotten to that one yet. We're gonna do that one on the stream someday. I don't know if I want to do that one or if I want to do the original Metroid first. I'll actually probably do the Game Boy one first, because I suspect it will be easier. I should save the most difficult one for last, because that one may never end. I mean, that's my suspicion. All right, let me grab some coffee real quick. All right. Thank you, Jelly. They'll probably both be on there sooner or later, but you know Nintendo likes to stretch these things out, so I wouldn't count on a lot of speed. Welcome in, Mile High Rule. Happy Monday to you. This is the run. We'll see. It's going okay so far. There's been a little bit of unacceptableness from the game, but it hasn't devolved into a bad run quite yet. This is indeed the run. Hey, Zergling, welcome in. Happy Monday. Got a totally awesome Valentine's Day Toad question for you. What do you get a Toad for Valentine's Day? Good question. I'm bracing myself for the pun. That was way too big of a drink. It's so hot. What? Baby mice in a heart shape. It was an anti-pun. I wasn't ready. Zergling, you were keeping me company this weekend. I was just talking about I was working on getting more caught up with my stream archive, and I had your Ghosts and Goblins playthrough on in the background while I was working. I'm about halfway through it, but I'm not actually up to the installment, but I really sympathized with one of your titles. With one of your upcoming titles, where you titled one of the videos, "Everything is Terrible." And I just thought, wow, I've said that so many times on the stream. Oh, I think I see cows there. Hello, cows. Welcome in. Happy Monday. That's a clean turbo tunnel. Victory. Gotta keep you guessing. You did. I was not at all prepared. I might die at work tomorrow, Mahiro says. Busiest day of the year. I have every confidence in you, Mile Hyrule. Busy days are the best days, right? Because they just fly by. You punch the clock, and then it's like you hit fast forward, and then before you know it, you're clocking out, and you go home and collapse. I'm off the next 3 days, Derek says. Right on. Hope you have every opportunity to make the most of your time off. That was cows. Whoa. Hope Battletoads is going well tonight. It's going okay so far. We're kind of just getting started, so it's a bit early to say how it's going to go overall. Thank you for the GG. Hope that tunnel isn't a bad omen for later. All the other good runs had at least one turbo tunnel death. I won't let a silly thing like an omen worry me. I'll make my own destiny. Sadly, that means when everything inevitably goes wrong, I'll have no one to blame but myself. Off Wednesday, which is cool. It's going to be a 14+ hour shift. It's basically a double day, right? timed that just a little badly. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Derek says I'm gonna go see that on Wednesday. Alright. I hope it's enjoyable. I hope you making your own destiny goes better than me making my own tripe. That didn't go so well. That's like stomach lining, right? Can't say I've ever had that before. I'm not so good with organ meats. I've never really experimented with cooking them. I really wouldn't know the first thing to do. Prepared right is actually quite good. I've heard that about liver. I know a lot of people really hate liver, but I've heard that it can be good if you prepare it right, and that it's supposed to be, you know, pretty healthy food to have in the regular mix. Yeah, I think you mentioned that one. The Winnie the Pooh horror movie. I didn't really know what you were talking about. But I do recall you mentioning it before. I would say I'm overall fairly disinterested in Winnie the Pooh. It wasn't something that was ever really a part of my childhood. I think I saw part of one of the I think I saw part of one of the movies at one point, but my familiarity is all very superficial. No. Why am I having such a hard time with this? There's a Grinch horror movie called The Mean One. I can't say I've looked into that one either. I like the title, though. The dude who plays Art the Clown played the Grinch? I don't think I know who Art the Clown is. Hey, Boat Ladder, welcome in. Oh my. I mean, I guess that sounds like about what you would do. I guess that sounds about what you would do for a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Welcome in, Streaming Fist. Good to see you. Happy Monday to you. I wish just one of these snakes were different. They're all like, they're all striped, but they're all striped in the same, like, pattern. Like, I wish one had, like, stripes lengthwise, or even better, if one of them was just plaid. Just one snake that didn't fit the pattern of the rest of them. Diagonal caution tape. I wish they had. It would just, in a parallel universe, we all just playing this level and speculating, like, all the snakes follow the same pattern, but that one is different. Why? It drives me crazy. It doesn't match the rest. Always, Ghosts and Goblins is a great time. I love to see, you know, I love to see people tackling its challenges in a legitimate manner. Hey, Stream Kyle, welcome in. Who's my favorite Toad? I guess this one. This is the only one I've ever played as, so he's the only one that I have any familiarity with. So far as I know, there's not a, unless it's a secret, there's not like a Toad selection screen or something. All right. I did not remember what section I was heading into. Nice. I don't think I lost a life there either. Thank you, Mile High Roll. I believe those commands were used as a joke. Thank you for the trophies. So the toads are named... Let me double check here. Rash, Zitz, and Pimple. Like... I knew they wanted to go with gross names or whatever, but why is it... But why is it Zitz and Pimple? Like isn't that... I thought that a Zit and a Pimple were the same thing. Am I mistaken? I'm not a dermatologist, so what? But why double up? Why not call one of them like Scab or something? There's plenty of other unpleasant skin conditions you could go with. I mean, they would be a spoiler. They would be, the character names could be a spoiler. But, you know, I've been playing for a while, and it kind of tells you in the introduction, so... We are safely beyond that part. Your logic is sound, though. Name of the game is a spoiler. I like the way you think. Boil. No! At least I got the one up. Alright, I didn't get a one up that time. When I was in high school, I wanted to go to film school and would write scripts and ideas for movies, Mile High Roll says, and making a horror Peter Pan was one I did. I mean, that's almost what the movie Hook could have been if they took it a little more seriously. I believe, if I remember right, like the original trailer for Hook actually implied a much darker tone for the film too. I think at some point in the writing process, I don't think it would have been out and out horror, but I think it was supposed to have a more sinister tone about it. There's a little bit in the film that's still kind of like that. Hey, Buffalo Hopscotch. Good to see you. Happy Monday. The battling and the toading. Well, it's going all right. Not super great, but we're doing all right. Hey, Tuesday, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, Master Tuesday. Doesn't really matter if we lose health on the way up to the boss, since everything the boss does is basically a one-hit kill anyway. I disagree. I know you can hit this guy when he's in the air, but I have not developed the rhythm for it, and it's very risky to experiment. I mean, it's risky to not. Hey, that was a pretty clean victory for that guy, though. We had, what, 2 deaths? That's pretty good for me. I know you could do better, but... I'm not very well versed in Peter Pan lore. We had, it was one of the films I had on a VHS tape. I had the animated Disney Peter Pan, so I must have seen it dozens and dozens of times. But I couldn't describe it in detail. I've seen Hook, but I haven't read, I haven't read the story. I know there was like, there was like a live action Peter Pan movie or filmed stage play. I'm not even sure what it is. Where Tinkerbell drinks poison, and Peter Pan breaks the fourth wall to tell the audience to clap to bring her back to life. I've seen that scene, but I don't think I've seen the whole movie. I can't say I've seen that one, Mile High Rule. Sure wish I could get my head into gear properly today, Tuesday says. I may have been having the same problem as you earlier. I was having a nap before, and then I just couldn't wake up. I was in this weird, one of those like weird, like hazy states of being where like you can't really tell if you're awake or asleep. And then I would, I would start to drift off into dreams, but I would be dreaming about getting up and getting out of bed, and so what was real and what wasn't real became very difficult to discern. Most of the horror movies could be made by simply going to the original books. Derek Ocean says Hook is great. Have you seen the YouTube videos by that Pro ZD guy, Stream Kyle asked, where he shows that he knows the whole movie by heart? I certainly have not. I don't know who this is. I doubt that the clapping resuscitation technique has any real-world medical applications. If you're gonna spend that much time, if you're gonna spend so much time to memorize a film, why don't you invest it into memorizing a worthwhile film? Like the greatest film, Super Mario Brothers, 1993. This is the thermos that I got, by the way. I mentioned this recently. This is the latest collectible in my collection. The lid is pretty sun faded. It's not quite so red as it used to be, but that's all right. What's really important is the artwork around the bottle, and it's all still in great shape. Got the classic Mario Brothers on the one side, and on the back, I actually don't know what this is. Eyes looming over the city. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be Koopa, but it looks a bit too sinister to be one of the Goombas. But I don't know. That's not quite what he looks like when he, spoilers, when he de-evolves briefly later on, so that's alright. They took some artistic liberty. Jelly said that she expected it would smell like SpaghettiOs inside. I did open it up. It smells like nothing. I gotta say, that is so cool. I get off the couch to type this and tell you, I even paused my lady's TV show to hear it. Right on, Loyal. I'm glad you approve. Thank you. Zergling says, why am I not surprised? Frownie unironically likes the Super Mario Brothers movie. I kind of like it too, honestly. Of course, it's what's not to like? It's a great film. I have a pretty decent collection of Mario Brothers movie memorabilia, right? I've got I've got a lot of the action figures. I've got posters and a cassette tape, and I've got storybooks and a Pog and a coloring and a Pog set and a coloring book. Don't have any lunch boxes. I don't have a complete set of the memorabilia. I've got a lot of stuff, but there is a great deal I don't have. I've got maybe a third of all of what I've seen that's available. So I mean, who knows what I don't even know about. I have all the trading cards though. I have the most complete trading card set of which I am aware. I mean, not to say it's more complete than other people's sets, but to say that it is as complete as I think can possibly be. I have all the standard cards, I have all the holographic cards, and I have the promotional sample card as well. If there exists another card, I'm unaware of it. Hey, Christian Cool, thank you for the lurk. I hope you're doing well tonight. Your week's getting off to a great start. Things I don't have that I know are out there. There's some really tall talking Mario and Luigi figures. I don't have either one of those. There's a police car. There's a de-evolution chamber playset. There's some walkie-talkies. Like those are like the toys that I know that exist that I don't have. Looks like the lunchboxes sold on eBay yesterday for $50. A week before that, the lunchbox and thermoses and inserts sold for $30 together. $50 buyer could have probably held out for a better deal. I don't tend to actively go looking for the items myself at this point. I tend to just let people get them for me as gifts. I'm kind of hard to I'm kind of hard I'm kind of hard to shop for because of my my interests being so niche. So Mario Brothers movie stuff is one thing that, like, my friends and family, like, they know that I'll appreciate. So I try not to buy any of the stuff for myself, so that it leaves options for them to buy things for me as gifts. Some, oh, I'm so upset. I'm so upset. There was no reason to die there. That was purely a result of not thinking. Ugh. Ah, and I got by those fish. I got by those fish so cleanly. Oh, I'm so mad. The lunchboxes would make a nice addition to my set, though, since I'm sure they've got some fantastic artwork on them. They would. A fine addition to my collection. I had a Power Rangers lunchbox from around that time from the same company. I never used it for food, though. I stored art stuff in it. I don't think I ever had like a themed lunchbox. That I actually used as a lunchbox. I had like an insulated lunch bag, but it wasn't like branded with anything that I can remember. It was just blue. And mostly I remember just taking my lunches in brown paper bags. Rip the one life clear. I had a Winnie the Pooh lunchbox, Cow says. We got free lunches, so I never took lunch to school. So my family qualified for the free lunches, but I was such a devastatingly picky eater that I still had to take my lunch to school sometimes. ABR, welcome in. We're doing all right. We're you know, this is the first Battletoads run of the night. I'm still on my first credit. I'm not running this race here very smoothly though, so this may bring that to an end. No, I was really... the lightning! Why? I got robbed. Electricity is just the worst thing ever. I'm proudly a super picky eater. I eat nothing but dairy, meat, and some chocolate, Zergling says. That's a really narrow diet. Well, if it works for you, by all means. I've always been a picky eater, Kyle says. So there were days where I didn't eat lunch. Usually only 1 or 2 things they gave us. Victory! Alright, I haven't seen this boss a whole lot. This is the worst. I hate being juggled. It takes a lot to, like, sort of wake this guy up. It's a weird fight. That is a really cool honeycomb pattern in the background. I like, it's really cool because it's not like flat on. It comes towards you a little bit. It's kind of neat that it's angled like that. You got me. Oh, you got me a lot. I mean, I kind of figured out how to hurt him. I've defeated this boss twice. I'm just not very good at it. Yes, no soft lock. Thank you for the GG. I love food too much to be picky, VR says. I don't know how I'm ever gonna get good enough at this. That soft lock last week was criminal. One of the worst things the game has ever done to me. There's no recovery. Nope, no salvation. Only maximum suffering. I don't even know if I know what that means, Tuesday. Would you care to elaborate? What is a Minecraft singularity? I don't like video games anymore. Why? Sometimes he just gets so hung up. He gets so hung up. Oh, I'm gonna be stuck here for the rest of my life. It's that point where you've got so much of everything that you don't even have to try being resourceful anymore. Any penalty for being wasteful is negligible. Oh, this game is brutal. See, Kyle said even the mashed potatoes, I didn't like the look of them, so I'd skip them every time. In hindsight, they're probably just instant mashed potatoes. I was gonna say that. I thought that before I got to the end of the sentence. Like, I was gonna say you probably weren't missing out because they were probably just instant mashed potatoes. This is crazy. Why did they think this was acceptable? Also, you know how I liked how those, how that honeycomb pattern, I liked that the angledness to it. The wheel on this bike has the exact same effect going on, and I hate it. It doesn't make any sense. The perspective doesn't make any sense here. Stop following me. Become the wheel. This is rare. I don't think they were thinking too hard about it. I thought Rare made good games. Klinger Winger. Was created to never actually be finished because of rentals. I don't know. I don't know how much that philosophy of like make the game super hard so people will buy it instead of renting it. I don't know how well that philosophy actually worked out for anybody. Hey, Sir Rack of Lamb. J Money Club, welcome in. Oh, there we go. So far as I'm aware, neither of the buttons do anything. I've experimented with them a little bit, but I think it's just D-pad only. Unless I get to a section that doesn't have an arrow on the ground, but has a letter, then that will be a button indicator. Well, that was the run. It went really smoothly until that level, Sarak of Lamb. I'm still trying to figure that one out. That level is a nightmare and a half. One CC all the way to level 11, yeah. I'm getting pretty decent at the I'm getting pretty decent at the first 10 levels or so. Emulation makes the level even harder. Oh goodness. We'll get there. No need to be distressed. We'll get there. I'll make one more run. Then it'll probably be time for the Minish Cap. Very nicely done. Thank you. That level just seems like it's going to be one of those things where I just struggle with it for endless amounts of times. And then, you know, and then eventually I'll just get it, and then I'll just be able to get it every time, probably. Seems like one of those things that, like, once you have it, you have it. And it's only really devastating until then. Thank you for the vote of confidence, cows. I was one away. I was one away from a one up. One away again. It's alright. I don't need 1-ups. I'm not going to die anyway. Cool, he's invincible. I believe Frownie will suffer. That's kind of the whole point of playing the game, right? If you're not playing Battletoads to suffer, why are you playing it? For the sweet pause music. Touché. That pause music is kind of worth the price of admission. I should just throw a life away here in the tunnel on purpose, right? To give myself better luck with the rest of the run. Well, the good news is, good luck is now coming my way. It's great how your points counter just goes up and up and up the whole time you're doing this. Like every pixel that you drive is worth some points. It's very generous of them to make it like that. I don't think I've ever outrun that ice cube like that before. What am I doing? I just missed an opportunity to wail on that guy right away. Clearly I wasn't thinking. Why does this barrier take so many snowballs to break through? The other ones take 4 snowballs. Right, that one takes 10. Frosty cannot throw those nearly as well as the Toad can. That was a good stage 4. Yuck. I feel like I'm worse. I'm worse at these sticks than I had been. I don't even understand what the logic of this enemy is supposed to be. Nope, not gonna fight him with if he's facing me. We're gonna try and trap him and cheese him, but nice. Frog wants to be tall like Toad needs stilts. Is there a frog in that golden enemy? Is there a frog in there? I don't even know. It looks like like an old-timey police siren or something on stilts. I just don't know what I'm looking at. I thought the yellow guy's a frog using stilts. Maybe I'm just seeing things. I'll have to take another look. I'll have to see if I can see a frog. My mind went completely blank at just the wrong time. You ever watch a YouTube video on a subject, and the video is just like super in-depth and specific on a subject that you know absolutely nothing about? So you don't understand a single part of it, but you watch the whole thing anyway, and you're not really sure why? I do that with math. I do that with math videos sometimes. I watched like a 15-minute video on solving what is the ith root of -1? And apparently the answer is infinitely many real numbers, but I don't know why I watched the whole thing, because I didn't understand a single thing that the guy said the whole time. And I have no idea. And I have no idea. I have no idea what practical application that could ever have for anyone. I mean, he says right up top that the number's imaginary. I love watching math videos. Yeah, math videos are can be really fascinating, and it's just very weird because I certainly don't understand them. I really liked math in school. I did really well at math. I had a very good short-term memory for math. So, like, whatever it was we were learning to do, whatever process or equations it were that we were learning, I was really good at remembering them and applying them for just long enough to finish my homework and do well in the exam, and then immediately forget everything. So I did really great in math, but I know nothing about math in actuality. Imaginary numbers are what you get when someone asks an absurd question and decides to just run with it. I get into those rabbit holes all the time, Cow says. Numberphile is a YouTube channel I watch a lot. I've been down a rabbit hole of their videos before. Whoa. No! Really hurts to miss that one up. Lateral numbers? Can't say I follow that. Periodic videos is another one I really like too. I would guess that has to do with, like, focus on, like, short videos about the elements. Stand-up maths is another I've been watched a few times. That guy from Stand-up Maths, I recognize him from his appearances on Numberphile. I feel like I like his stuff on Numberphile better than I like the stuff on his own channel. But, you know, maybe I just started with the wrong video or two and got a bad, you know, first impression. If I recall correctly, imaginary numbers are actually critically important in the aviation industry. I wouldn't even know. I've no doubt all this stuff is useful to the right people for the right tasks, but I can't imagine ever being clever enough to make application of it myself. I always get sucked into ones about how different people perceive colors. Oh my goodness. Why? It never gets any easier. No matter how many times I come through here, I'm always making the same boneheaded mistakes in the same areas. Whoa, I got real lucky there. I got real lucky. Quick, it's coming for you. Oh. My most recent addiction are 2 shows from the UK, Taskmaster, and 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown. I don't think I've come across either of those. My Toad just flailing around, punching everything except the boss. Victory. 8 out of 10 can be hilarious. Jimmy Carr is my favorite stand-up comedian, Chozobrain says. Taskmaster is still comedy with no real point. 8 out of 10 is comedy with boggle and math rounds. Uh-oh. No! Hey, Arcanoid Addict, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Pleasure to have you here for some more Battletoads. This is run 2 of the night. Run 1 went really well. I made it to stage 11 again. Made it there on a single credit. I'm getting pretty decent at that. The 1 credit up to stage 11. Stage 11, though, I still haven't figured out. So when I get there, it's just immediately run death. Just one life after another, just right into the bin. But we'll get there someday. Someday I'll figure out how it works and become an 11-stage master. I'm kind of afraid by the time I figure stage 11 out, I'm going to be doing, like, no hit runs through the rest of the game. Rude fish. Why'd ever think stage 9 is hard? Easy game. It got me. On my way to get killed by that duck. I was gearing up to say something. Like, Battletoads. More like Rattletoads, because this is a baby game. Then I died before I could say it. I'm a stage 9 master. The game had to humble me. It did. It did. I deserved it. I usually do. What am I doing? What am I doing? I just made that guy beat me. Hey, Phase 1 and 2 are both really ugly, so I'm gonna have to try a lot harder on Phase 3 here. Like, that might have worked for those, but it's not gonna cut it here. Uh-oh. No. I need quite a few good punches. Oh no. I got none. This looks stressful. Welcome in, Chompy. Super stressful. I need to find an opportunity to get a good punch in. I didn't find an opportunity for a good punch. Get it. Oh, thank goodness. I was so afraid of another soft lock. Hey, Trek reviewer, welcome in. Good to have you with us. Hope your week's getting off to a wonderful start. Yuck. The one and only NES Battletoads. I'm trying to beat it for the first time. I've been working on it for close to 3 weeks. I've been playing it almost every night. And I can get up to stage 11 now, but I still haven't figured out how stage 11 works, really, so. You're gonna see a lot of confusion real soon. I shouldn't speak that way, assuming I'm going to defeat this boss. It's certainly not guaranteed. Battletoads arcade cabinet. Wow. How many channel points needed to redeem a soft lock? Were you here for that? Were you here for that last week when I soft locked on that level? That was awful. 4 grand. It was a 3-player cabinet. Happened to you a few times. So far, I've only soft locked there once. But it happened to me on the, it happened to me on the best run I'd ever had up till that point, so it was super heartbreaking. I've only had the one soft lock. I got a 1-up. Good, because I'm clearly gonna need it. I don't have the lightning fast reflexes that this level demands. I'm too old and aged for Battletoads. I wish I could just jump across that gap. Oh no, I didn't know. Wait a minute. Usually happens when you have a really strong run. That's when they get you, right? That's when they get you. Hey, Vance, welcome in. Oh. Let me just stop for a moment. So it's basically $5 grand for the cabinet. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the NES version. I'm not really a fan of playing games on arcade cabinets. I've always preferred a handheld controller and the comfort of my couch. Arcade cabinets can have some beautiful art. And, like, they're an interesting curiosity, but they are basically never my preferred way to play. I like pinball machines. You know, a physical pinball machine is better than a digital pinball game, but that's really about it for me. Hey, Shadow Archon, the Klinger Winger, yeah. I'm pretty stuck here. I'm getting to where I can get back here consistently though, so it's not that huge of a hurdle in some respects, but also I just boy, I'm struggling. I'll figure it out eventually though, you know. I almost always figure everything out eventually. And like I said, I can get back here pretty consistently now, so we get lots of tries. Depends on the cabinet. Q*bert, which is heavily inspired by pinball table designs, is my preferred way to play that game. You might have a point with Q*bert, Vance. The problem with Q*bert, right, is that the board is isometric. And so, depending on how the joystick reads its inputs, that actually might be better. Because the problem with Q*bert is playing it with a D-pad that's straight up and down, straight across. Like, you have to tilt your controller, or you have to, like, really, like, train yourself that the direction I press isn't actually the direction he moves. It's sort of off. So if the joystick on the arcade cabinet accounts for that, I'd give a point to Q*bert. Some of the new pinball machines are mind-blowing. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've been in the same room as a pinball machine. But I don't doubt it. Battletoads, then the Minish Cap. Most to be satisfied after taking care of Battletoads. Well, I don't expect to finish Battletoads tonight, Vance. I've been working on it for a few weeks. We just make a run. We make a run or two almost every night, and I get a little better almost every night. So someday we'll beat it. Have you ever seen the Battletoads cartoon? I have not. I missed out on that one pretty much completely. Yeah, I heard it was rough to play this on emulation. Fortunately, you know, I've got the hardware and I've got the old TV, so I guess I have every advantage I could. Batman 66 pinball table? I have not seen it. I'd probably be interested, though. I'd probably play it if I came across one. Q*bert is so much fun. At least the NES version. Never played the arcade version. I don't think I've played the arcade. Q*bert's pretty good on the Atari because, you know, you can tilt the joystick and then it's easier to control. We played it. We played the 2600 Atari for 2600 Q*bert on the stream for a while one night. Sorry, I'm experimenting with the pressing different stuff. It's costing me lives, but It's gaining me knowledge, question mark? No, I was doing so good. That's my new PB. Batman 66 has an HD monitor on the backboard. I don't doubt that, you know, for something licensed from a show, the ability to show clips. Seems like a pretty vital feature. But I'm always more interested in pinball machines with little to no digital elements. Right? I like them because of their mechanical features. The tubes and tunnels and pneumatic systems and moving parts. I like when you get an extra life in an old pinball machine, and like you hear there's a thing inside that like turns or moves. It always makes this like really like harsh like clunking sound, and it's like sounds like something inside the table broke. At least it seems like they all make that same sort of noise. All the ones that I'm familiar with from my childhood. I cannot duplicate that success from before. Not been to an arcade in 20 years. Yeah, I don't know when the last time I went to an arcade was. It's been a very long time. But I'm not really an arcade guy. I'm an at-home video game playing kind of guy. Prefer the older pinball games as well. Right on, right on. This is unbeatable in 2 players. It's unbeatable in 1 player for me so far. The Qbert arcade machine makes the same clunking sound. Nice. I love it. What's more depressing, the soft lock or knowing that level 11 is waiting to greet you every time? I'm not afraid of level 11. Level 11's afraid of me, because it knows its days are numbered. We're gonna get there. The soft lock, I mean, at least level 11 I can do something about eventually. The soft lock, when that happens, you know, it's kind of like there's nothing to do. The game really wins. Alright, my friends, that's going to be it for Battletoads for tonight. We had 2 good runs. I'm becoming pretty consistent with the first 10 stages. Even with, you know, the weekend off, I was able to pick it up and do pretty well, so that's a good sign. We'll make more runs at it. We'll play more Battletoads tomorrow. It'll be the first part of the stream. But we're going to take a quick BRB. I'm going to switch us over to the GameCube, and we're going to play the Minish Cap for the rest of the night. And, yeah, we'll see how much we can accomplish in that. So thank you for keeping me company during the runs. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow is Battletoads and Dark Souls, and Minish Cap will be in just a few minutes. I'm going to step away, and I will see you again very shortly, my friends.